This is day one on the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and Cococay. But for now, we're somewhere on a balcony. We just got here, and we're just sort of sauntering around. And this ship is dope. I'll show you more of it later. But in the meantime, we got the Gluten-Free Expo. And we met friends from Holiday Brewing, Boston Children's Hospital, Shar, and this handsome fella. Look at that guy.
This is going to be an incredible week. Be prepared for lots of people crying. It's a life-changing experience.
So we chatted it up with the Celiac Cruisers for a bit, and then we pieced out to grab some frickin' brewskis, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they got these at every bar on the ship, and this ship was humongous. I mean, it held 6,500 passengers, and 650 of them were from the Celiac Cruise. If my math is mathing, that means like 10% of the ship was part of the gluten-free gang. I'll get into how the meals are set up in the next video, but at night, dinner was always in the main dining room. So this is a 3-level dining room where the top level was all people from the Celiac Cruise. So everything on our menu was completely gluten-free. There was a lot of vegan options too, and I'm dairy-free, and they were great with accommodating that as well. Dinner was 3 courses. It was an app, it was a main, and it was a dessert, but you can get as many dishes as you want. Whether it's a sailing day or a destination day, you spend the night on the ship, and there's a ton to do. I mean, there's bars, shows, events, kids events, arcades, you name it. But my favorite part of every single night was late night snacks, which is exclusive to the Celiac Cruise guests. It means everything here that you see is gluten-free, and you just gotta mow down right before bed. So that was great. And check out my next vlog for our first full day. This is day 2 on the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and Cococay. And today we get breakfast at the Solarium Bistro. Every morning this is exclusive to the Celiac Cruise guests, and you guessed it, everything here is gluten-free. It just sort of hit me that the only other time I've had a gluten-free buffet was on the other Celiac Cruise I went to, but you really don't get this often. And from talking to the other guests, everyone was just as relieved as I was that we didn't have to ask a million questions about the food before eating it. That being said, I still had to ask if things were dairy-free because, you know, I'm difficult. Anyway, after breakfast, we sort of scoped out the perimeter of the whole ship, and yeah, there's a lot to do on here. I mean, it's really nice. We made a vow to ourselves that we're gonna work out every single day on board, and you guessed it, this is the only day we worked out. But you know what's the biggest muscle in your body? It's your brain. And yeah, that was the only time we read too. It's glizzy o'clock. I repeat, it's glizzy o'clock. Lunchtime. A lot of options. You can see the complexity in the Solarium Bistro. The complexity is abundant. So yeah, breakfast and lunch every single day was buffet style in the Solarium. Oh look, it's gluten-free Dave. You got like a 3-hour window in the morning and the afternoon to chow down as much as you want. And everyone in this room is part of the Celiac Cruise, so you can meet some new pals. The Celiac Cruise also organizes some events, and we're heading to one now.
We're moving and cruising, baby.
This one was a cooking demo of a brownie by Shar. Wait, did you say shark? So that was kind of random, but a lot of fun. After sort of gallivanting around some more, me and Serena got ready for dinner. And wait, hold on, look at this smiley face. My girl straight up looking fine. And yeah, here's the menu. Here's some bread rolls, and then there's my fine girl. This was a formal night, so we got some apps, we got some mains, we got some trying to creepin'. This is probably my favorite dessert all week, and this was the Char brownie we saw earlier. Then there was karaoke, and then there was sort of a game show thing where I played and my team won. This guy was really pumped. And guess what we won? A bottle opener. And this guy reminded us of our boy Howie. Oh, he's a good boy. One more sailing day to our first destination. This is day 3 on the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and Cococay. It's another sailing day, but tomorrow we'll be in St Maarten, so I'm pretty pumped. But we do have a lot on the schedule today. First, we headed to a Celiac Cruise event hosted by Boston Children's Hospital, where they talked about advancements in celiac disease research and supporting food insecure families. We gave a round of applause to them and the chefs on the cruise, and then headed to lunch.
I want fries.
And your boy got those fries. And I also made a salad because I wanted to feel healthy. It took me this long to realize they actually had gluten-free croutons. Probably because I'm scarred from restaurants plopping tons on my salads all the time. But everything here is gluten-free, so I don't know what I was thinking. I mentioned this in a previous video, but the whole staff is trained on gluten-free protocols to avoid things like cross-contact, cross-contamination, and all of that. The food is made and served in areas that are completely clean, and there's no gluten allowed in these areas during this time. It's like a club. If you ain't got a wristband, you ain't getting served, yo.
A romantic stroll through Central Park.
I really liked the Central Park area of this ship. I mean, it looks like super futuristic. And speaking of the future, we went to a gluten-free beer tasting hosted by Holiday, who says they won't stop until world domination, which, you know, I'm totally cool with because their beer slaps. So we sucked down some gluten-free brewskis. This event was really cool because they taught us a little bit about the brewing process for gluten-free beers, and this is what the drinking process of gluten-free beers did to me. Nope, he's back, and I'm ready to slide in some DMs, and by DMs I mean bars. I'm gonna go to the pool bars. And they also have seltzers, ciders, and mixed drinks on board, and yeah, we had some fun, and then we had to get ready for dinner at the gluten-free zone. I mean, the main dining room, as usual. So a lot of people ask me if you need to be celiac to go on the Celiac Cruise. My answer is no. I mean, a lot of people here were friends or family of people who are gluten-free for health reasons. I have eosinophilic esophagitis, so I'm not even celiac, and I went. So it's just kind of the name. If you're gluten-free and you have someone who supports you, who wants to come with you on this trip to eat gluten-free deliciousness, then come along. You won't be taking a gamble with your health, get it? Anyway, we went to see Hairspray, and yeah, it was freaking awesome. What great show, and the jazz club was amazing. Almost as amazing as late night snacks. I mean, I got the chicken fingies, we got some pasta, pizza. What can you ask for aside from this? Tomorrow's our first destination. Tune in. This is day 4 of the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and Cococay. And today, we're in St Maarten. We ate a super big breakfast before disembarking because we didn't make any plans for lunch or anything, and we just figured we'd wait until dinner to eat. So we arrived at the port, took a water taxi to Phillipsburg, walked around for a bit, and then we actually took a taxi to the French side. We asked our taxi driver what her favorite beach was, and she said Bikini Beach, so we headed there, and man, the beach was just beautiful. It was shooby. I hope someone gets that Rocket Power reference. In my Hinge profile, I told Serena I liked long walks on the beach, so, you know, I had to keep up that facade. And so we moseyed on over to this bougie-looking restaurant to get some morgs, buddy. And we met some party animals, so I guess frequently walk up to this bar.
This guy's hitting on my girlfriend.
I can't lie, this guy had some riz. I was a little nervous for a second. And we went to check out downtown, and we were pleasantly surprised that there was a parade going on for Carnival, I believe. So that was friggin' hype. And you know, I'm man enough to admit that I'm a tourist, so we actually went to Maho Beach and saw some planes go vroom. Sometimes tourist stuff is pretty cool, okay? Back to the sea vessel. No gluten allowed in the main dining room. But I want to give a huge shout out to the service on the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas. It was just excellent all week. Everyone was super nice and helpful. If I had 3 thumbs, I'd say 3 thumbs up. And then we went to Hero, which is so impressive considering we're on a moving ship and they're like sopping wet doing all this. Anyway, St. Thomas tomorrow, folks. Let's get it. This is day 5 on the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and Cococay. And we're at St Thomas, but first we gotta gobble down some gluten-free breakfast. If you're new to the series, everything for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night snacks is gluten-free for Celiac Cruise guests. We disembark in the port of St Thomas, the second leg of our trip, and we were feeling another beach day, so we grabbed a taxi, and this was like the craziest ride ever. Just flying up this huge hill and getting beautiful views. And we're at Megan's Beach, which is packed to the gills, but pro tip, walk to the end and it's clear. And I'm out here surfing gnarly swells. No big deal. We left the ocean and headed through downtown. A lot of shops and stuff there, but we didn't have any time to explore because we spent all of it body surfing 12-inch waves. And I'd do it again. Back to the buffet, all gluten-free, a lot of dairy-free, and vegan options as well. You only get access to this food in the solarium if you're part of the Celiac Cruise. So we chilled for a bit until dinner time in the gluten-free zone. And this salmon might have been my favorite dish of the whole week. Serena got the bolognese, and of course we had to get some desserts, and then it was back to the Jazz Club, which is one of our favorite places on the whole ship. Tomorrow's the jam-packed sailing day, so tune in for that. This is day 6 on the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and Cococay. It's a sailing day, and we got a few events on the ship. They're optional, but your boy's on the panel. And we addressed certain myths that circulate on the internet about celiac disease. And then the new Celiac Cruise sailing dates were announced, so check their site for more information about that. Next up, we actually had a gala hosted by Shar, where they announced a new cookie product. So we got in our Sunday best. And the Celiac Cruise hosted a silent auction, which I took part in, and we raised $25,000, which is going to help feed celiac families who can't afford the higher cost of gluten-free food. So that was super dope. A lot of times people ask me what kind of like a demographic of people who go on the Celiac Cruise are, and I would say it's a lot of families with children, couples, some groups of friends. After dinner, I hosted a teen night starring Phil Hates Gluten, which was surreal. We had some GTs, and they even autographed a t-shirt, which was a first. Shout out to my dude. Then to pop a shot, and I tossed up some bricks while Lewis was just cash money. So I took the L there, but a massive W at Late Night Snacks. Tune into the last vlog tomorrow. This is the last day of the Celiac Cruise, where we traveled to St Maarten, St Thomas, and now we're in Cococay. Cococay is a Royal Caribbean exclusive island in the Bahamas, and the Celiac Cruise set up a food station where you're only able to get food if you had the wristband, and everything obviously was gluten-free, including these Sangis by Shar, which were a hit. I personally took great delight in the taco station. They had multiple meats, beans, rice, corn tortillas, you name it. It was delicious, so salute to our beautiful flag. And then we got the legs moving because we heard some music from afar, and it turns out it was at the Oasis Lagoon, which is a huge pool, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't wait an hour after eating to jump in because I'm low-key a rebel like that, and they say life's a beach, so I got a lawn chair and I laid on life, yo. But for real, there's just a ton of stuff to do at Cococay, and we just didn't really do any of it. You know, we just relaxed, and then we took it to the main dining room on the ship for dinner, and I just want to take this time to thank Maureen, Connie, and everyone else involved in the Celiac Cruise. It was a really amazing week, and if you guys have any questions at all, reach out to them or check out their site. And before I go, I want to show you the Hawaiian shirt we got for Howie, and it came with shorts. Anyway, peace.